I could tell you a story about a broken city and a cult prepared for war. But you've heard that one, Guardian. Are you looking for a glimpse of the terrible, wonderful future? Does that attract you? Welcome, Slayer of Gaul. I see so many timelines converging upon you. Future War Cult contains circles upon circles. What will you do to enter them? The only thing you need to know about me is that my predictions were correct. War came. We were vindicated. You can't just come in close and expect an invitation to the inner circle. That's not how it works. Come, Guardian. Join us. Ready this city for the next war. Future War Cult is selective in recruiting. But you would make the cut. You look like one whose will bends timelines. Would you care to try? They say you are a hero. Prove it. Only the wise can glimpse the future. Only the brave can face what they see there. Is that you? Will you be our sword? What do you think you will learn about Future War Cult by standing there? Oh, no. The time for me to tell stories is over. War has come, and it demands my complete attention. She has been silent for so long. No one has seen her in years. But I have faith. You stare and say nothing, Guardian. Are you foolish, I wonder, or truly wise? A guardian at rest, between stories. What an unusual sight. You are powerful, Guardian. A shame your body won't handle temporal stress. Tell me what I can do for you, Guardian. The future slips by like a river. Loitering won't get you to the inner circle, Guardian. The time to act is now, Guardian. What can we do together, I wonder? The future needs you. You wear the dust of war, Guardian. I see the scars of time and war. What do you think of Future War Cult now? We have won. Now we bring a new vision to this city. Forget the dark past and where you've come from. The future shall be brutal and glorious. Did you think victory would oil my jaw and cause me to speak openly of secrets? I am so sorry to disappoint. Behold the city as it should be, as it will be. Guardian, I see a little of your future as it forks, and the path to victory is with us. I've seen hunters cut through braided timelines to a single gleaming future. I don't know how you do it. Hunter, have you learned to use secrets like knives? Did you want to learn? You don't need to do this alone, Hunter. The war cult is here. You're war unto yourself, Titan. I admire that. Titan, a warrior like you understands the glory of struggle. Titan, how does the prospect of infinite wars sound to you? Warlock, a mind like yours might penetrate the fog that hides the future. Would you like to try? I find warlocks most suited to understanding our subtle mysteries. I trade in words yet to be written, Warlock. That damn rag of an Iraq thinks he can escape an inescapable future. War will follow his sad shapes wherever they go. Our philosophy could prepare him, but is he interested? In another timeline, Dead Orbit lost and we won. A poor consolation. What I wouldn't give for a little color around here. While the Iraqs are distracted, we will consolidate our influence among the lesser players. Sound them out. However many points Jalal scores in these trivial contests, the truth does not change. War will return to this city. The consensus will turn back to the Future War Cult. So the consensus has let Jalal pull the wool over their eyes. That is their problem, not mine. Jalal, a victor. I have not heard a joke this good in a long time. Dead Orbit thinks they offer the best chance of survival. Ha! Future War Cult prepares the city for war and for victory. Let Dead Orbit gather a few gullible guardians and fly out of this system. It wouldn't be a loss. This city looks like it's mourning, not celebrating. I suppose that is appropriate. Let the monarchists have their little party. War is coming. War is always coming. Hideo is so very focused on the present, he misses the futures flowing and ebbing around us. In another timeline, this tower is red with flame, not cloth. Will we be ready when that timeline bends back to this one, I wonder? The tower has turned the color of blood. New monarchy is more prescient than they know. If, like Hideo, I had lost a sibling in the Red War, perhaps I too would fixate on the trifles of the present moment. New monarchy can enjoy their trifling honors. Zavala still consult with us, quietly, when no one can see. Crowns can be dangerous. I have seen the bloody consequences, both in the past and in what is to come. When your faction has experienced losses on so many other fronts, who am I to begrudge them a small victory? We will integrate this data, run our simulations, and improve our hypotheses so the next time we do not lose. I remember when Hideo crawled out of the wreckage, weeping, having lost everything that mattered. I do not think he has forgotten, even with all this. Of course future war cult will win. This has never been in doubt. Which wise guardians will pledge to our cause and know victory, I wonder? Ah, the rewards that we shall offer when we prove victorious. Honor, a place in the cult, weapons deadly beyond imagination. I would be more certain of victory if we had not lost so many loyal soldiers in the war. An inevitable price, and yet I begin to feel regret. To walk among refugees is to feel their terror, a heavy feeling like drowning. No good future can come from that. Perhaps we can help. If we teach the refugees how to fight and survive, how to make new futures, perhaps they will be less afraid. This time, you see, we will take the war to them. Our enemies will not be able to hurt the city then. When we have implemented the Pleiades strategy, we will not need to fuss around with enemy supply crates. You'll see. Future War Court has always extended a hand to the destitute. We advertise for volunteer test subjects and pay them handsomely. Good. Very good. We have never lacked for postulants, but our victory has brought a flood. Some are worthy, some are not. Remember when they laughed at us? What do you think they say now? Isn't it lovely how a little proof brings great success? Half the city is clamoring to join the cult now. But what does Future War Cult think? The consensus asks. About time. We are gracious in triumph. Let all contenders know a little of our bounty and mystery. We have secured the goodwill of the consensus. The Pleiades strategy continues on schedule. A little triumph goes a long way, all the way to Ikora's ears. She was here earlier, asking questions. About what? Oh, that is a secret. Oddly, confirmation of our predictions is the least exciting outcome. We were right. We won. The levers of power are in our hands. Now we must find plausible candidates, without clear affiliation to Future War Cult, to pull them. A few supplies, 1 or 2 undiscovered secrets, the destruction of a handful of enemy assets. From such stones do we build a victory. We must create the future we hope to see. And creation is a violent business. In a million other timelines, the city is destroyed by Vex, or Fallen, or Taken, or Hive. What's constant is the struggle. Reality maps precisely to a set of complex mathematical models still unknown to us. We glimpse parts of it, now and then, and solve what we can. Half of the inner circle vanished during the Red War. We did not predict their deaths, so they must still be alive, somewhere. A long time ago, I looked into the flames of war and saw a branching future. There would be war, always, But what we chose to do, that choice mattered. We could cultivate beautiful futures, or hideous ones. Do tell. Anything of note? We pay well for data. I await your information. Do you have a story to tell me? Subtle. Very subtle. Are you ready, Guardian? Our timelines intersect again. Come to help us. Good, you're here. Then so is the war. We meet again. I look forward to the stories you will bring us. Future War Cult welcomes you. You're an unpredictable variable in every simulation we run, Guardian. Let's see what you can do with this timeline. Future War Cult has seen what you can do. You fight for the future. Good. In your hands, the future is safe. Relatively. A message of despair may win out for a time. A lasting victory requires us to prepare for endless war. It is a good thing we take the long view of temporality. Otherwise, I might have felt discouraged. The fault was in our predictions, not in those loyal to us. The Iraqs celebrate their victory, and I celebrate our conversion of 2 new monarchists and an executor to our cause. I have experienced greater losses in the Red War. Brothers and sisters, whose futures were projected, certain. Compared to that, this is nothing. Bah! This loss is a trifle. We have acquired valuable data for our prediction engines. That is more important. Hideo can be so charmingly enthusiastic. Is that the sound of new monarchists celebrating that I hear? Ironic. This outcome indicates an anomaly in the timeline. We must investigate and integrate this reality into what is postulated. And then we must pull the timeline back to its proper path. Oh, Hideo, Hideo, such unnecessary griefs are yours. If you only had joined us, we could have taught your sister to protect herself. Those who see truly, without distortion, will look through all this frippery to what lies beneath. An empty puppet, a glum drip of oil, and a soldier, readying herself for war. A few ribbons, a compliment, a handful of bubbles, and the new monarchists lose their minds. There was a time during the Red War when Hideo and Jalal and I worked sleeplessly on rescue and relief missions, side by side. It seems that sense of unity is gone. This victory confirms the accuracy of our simulation parameters. Our hypotheses were correct. We defended the city. The consensus glorifies us, and yet I still long for another future. I still wish to see her. Once I walked a lonely path, friendless and unwanted, dreaming of such a day as this. Vindication is indeed satisfying. We felt thus when the Red Legion came, and we feel it again now. Look at how our victory has caused this tower to bloom. Refugees, refugees, refugees. Of course we'll serve them, convert them, bring them into the mysteries, but only the worthy ones. I understand them better than you might think. Long ago, I too was flotsam from a brutal war. Future War Cult found me. Now I can do the same for others. The consensus believes we can steal a march on our enemies by destroying their supplies. This is true, but it also lacks ambition. They speak of ancient treasures, recently unearthed by landslide and weathering, waiting for claimants. Of course the consensus wants a cut, but they have promised a share to the finders as well. Great things can come out of competitive spirit. Once, we competed to design the most accurate simulations of the local multiverse. I foresaw a bloody battle, which came to pass and won. That was the beginning. The tower may fall, the city may fall, future war cult shall endure. They should have listened to us. Too bad. New monarchy and dead orbit tell charming tales for children. Our stories are war stories. A million timelines woven into each other, some spiraling, some tangling, and the needle of future war cult pierces them all. We observed and we prepared, and on the day war came to this city, we saved many. It's been postulated that our interrogation of time might attract unwanted attention from other dimensions. It's quite exciting. The city's fate is continued conflict. We knew this. Everything can be a weapon in our war. Take it. Fight for the future. Use it well. The war cult is counting on you. Take this and fight for the war cult, Guardian. This is yours. The war cult predicts great success from you. Whatever best equips you for war. Take that to battle. You'll do well. Ours is not an easy war. Perhaps this will help. Every small advantage helps. The war cult hopes you use this well. Take this and the war to the stars. This will aid you in your fight. We need you, Guardian, and you need this. May this help you return intact. The war cult takes care of its operatives. May this serve you well. A challenge for you, Guardian, or perhaps it is a riddle. We never forget those who assist us, not in a million timelines. Generosity to future war cults is repaid many times over. Did curiosity or desire bring you? Either way, we have a task for you. We need you. Will you help us? You have fighting spirit. You will need it. Until time bends and brings you back, Guardian. Come back with another story. Represent us well, Guardian. Take our war to the stars, Guardian. And so you return to war. Be well. May all your timelines be bright, Hunter. Go swiftly into war, Hunter. War is the place for you, Titan. Be well. May you triumph in all your wars, Titan. I see battle in your future, Warlock. Go bravely. Until we meet again, in futures yet to be simulated. I can't begin to count those who passed. The war cult knows exactly what we have lost. No need to celebrate it. The war cult would undo what we've lost. Seasons can change, but the war cult will always be here. Can you fight in this heat? You'll have to. Bear this heat as you would any other pain. Spring has come, and there's no weather but war. There's levity in the air. I don't trust it. Spring will always arrive, whether we have or not. Have you found a partner yet? Time slips by. Secrets of the war cult won't help you select a crimson bond. A broken heart is not the end, Guardian. As expected, another dawn has come. To new beginnings. Not that we haven't already seen them. The dawning is here. How did the Riftborn fare? The simulations paint a grim picture for the Riftborn. Petra and her Riftborn play at politics too, Guardian. Make no mistake. You've been to the lighthouse. I can see the sparks. The war cult will be watching. You've reached the lighthouse. Remarkable. The lighthouse. Shax must respect you. The war cult will find the best riders. Anything to further the cause. Throw caution to the wind. Your race is already determined. Fear is the greatest threat to a rider's outcome. If the simulations are right, cold is the least of our worries. These temperatures are bad for my chassis. It's cold.